Peace. I'm alive, victorious.
I'm true universal.
I'm Syncear.
And this is
When the Gods Build.
And when the gods unify to build intellectually for one common cause,
We show the world manhood
And brotherhood
to achieve godhood.
Peace.
Yeah, man. What's up,
Peace to
man?
the gods, man.
Another episode,
Yup.
man.
Peace, Scott.
Yeah, you
Peace to
over
the
there
God.
looking like you out of paid in full, man.
Man, you don't
Yo,
know, man.
that's the Kango?
It's the Kango,
Yo,
man. I was in my
oh.
dad's closet.
It's like a representative on my niggas uptown, downtown.
My man Money Making Mitch just beat that murder rap. Man, I had to
So
go,
my
you know.
man Mitch, he just got out, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. I really like, fashion. I think I really, when it comes to fashion, I really think that the 80s and 90s really had some great stuff, man, that you just bust out of nowhere and just bring back and revive it.
Yeah, some real classics, you know what I'm
Classic
saying?
shit.
Them timeless pieces that's always going forever. Even though it might look dated, because when you look back on the 90s, it's like, damn, because, the technology at the time, all you had was like Polaroids and the actual photos. You didn't have digital photos like we do now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it cements it in that time, but it's like it's really timeless, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, when you bring it out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, this episode, man, we talking about pain. All I know is pain, man.
Sound like a Mary J song, man.
Nah, for real, bro. I thought it was a gospel joint, you know what I'm saying? So, we got various types of pain. We got mental pain, physical pain, all types of pain.
Mm-hmm.
And you could choose whatever pain it is, but how do you use pain to motivate you towards excellence?
How do I use pain to motivate me to excellence?
Yeah, like I know one way I use it, like I said, in the gym. When I'm because you're putting stress on your muscles in the gym in order for them to get bigger, essentially. But when I feel that pain, I know, I'm getting in that workout. You know what I'm saying? I know, dang, feeling this pain working out, I know it's gonna make my body look better. You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of like a way that I go through with it as far as like transmuting pain into power. Propelling me to excellence.
Yeah, for me, I transmute it from writing poetry. Like whether it's my own pain or me observing people around me or having conversations with people and they're expressing their pain to me. And then from that, whatever that conversation is like, I take that pain and I write a poem. And, that's just really how I do it. Especially like if it's not my own, like I can help someone like just by listening to what they're going through, and then I can internalize that, and then it just flows through the pen. So that's how I be, turning pain into power, pain into profit, pain into progress.
I use pain as an educator. And by it educating me, it helps to motivate me to become better. That's what pain is. That's the reason why you're feeling pain, is it's telling you something. It's communicating. It's speaking in the form of pain. Now, what it's telling you, you have to figure that out. So I like to use it and listen to what it's telling me and to figure out, the various messages that I need to take away from it in whatever situation.
So how do you endure pain? Like, how do you build up a tolerance for it? Because it's like, initially especially when, let's say we're striving to achieve something that we haven't done before, you know what I'm saying? Or we do things that we know we do new things, you know what I'm saying? Or trying new experiences in order to complete another goal. That's pain as well, you know what I'm saying? How do we build up a tolerance for that and push through it just to get to our goals? How do y'all do it?
Man learns by being bold more than by being told.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, because you would jump off the porch type dude, bro. You just go jump right into it. So
I'm gonna jump in with the sharks and get to swimming. If I got punch a shark in the nose, and that's just what it is. I don't got no fear when it comes to pain, because I've been molded by pain. I've made it an ally. Like, I'm not scared of it. Whether it's going in the gym, hitting the reps, whether it's my own pain from whatever I'm going through, and having to sit by myself in an isolated state, and then just feel through it all. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's not scary to me. It's not unknown territory.
See what you're saying.
What was the question again? I'm sorry,
Like,
man.
how do you build a tolerance for pain? How do you endure your pain, whatever pain that you go through?
How do you build a tolerance for pain? By becoming familiar with it, I guess. You just keep, interacting with it, and that's how you become familiar with it.
So for you, it's like a case by case basis more so. Like it's like, however it comes is however I'ma, deal with it at that time.
Yeah, because pain obviously is gonna come in different ways. Like for an example, physically, you might have pain in your toe. Pain in your toe is not the same as pain in your shoulder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah.
It's still pain, but it's hitting you in different places. So you can have emotional pain that's hitting you in the heart, mother wound, that pain. Or you might have pain that's hitting you, mentally. Maybe you just lost your job. Might be more of a mental pain, you know what I mean? Or, you got different pains that may come from different situations and circumstances. At the end of the day, they're all pain, but being familiar with where they're coming from and how they're affecting you in real time, that changes. But the objective part about the pain is that the pain is there. And so your constant interaction with pain is what helps you to build the tolerance with it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I can really say.
Yeah, I look at like it becomes a dance. It's like I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that phrase of like dancing with the devil, under the pale moonlight, type thing like that. Where it's just like you just dancing with it. It become you make it an art form, where it's just like what. I know what this is. I know what this is like. I know the steps.
Yeah.
Here, I'm Mr. Big Stepper with this one right here.
Yeah.
So,
has pain ever stopped you? And if so, like, how has it stopped you at times? And what type of pain has stopped? Well, let me rephrase that. What type of pain really gets to you and stops you from doing what you're doing, or stops you from progressing?
When I don't enjoy something, that's that type of pain. When I don't enjoy something, because sometimes when you don't enjoy something, not only is it pain of not enjoying it, you're dealing with enduring it for extended periods of time. You know what I'm saying? That right there is a different type of pain that can at times become a difficult challenge for myself. At times, depending upon what it is. That's why I like to do things that I'm passionate about if I'm gonna do them for extended periods of time. Because I know me, if you putting your all into something, it has to be something about it that you're passionate about.
Yeah. Facts.
If you're gonna put your all into it.
Yeah. Give your last into it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, levels of pain, those things can be challenging. Doing something that you're not passionate about. I would also say challenging pain could be familial pain, family pain. That's challenging because that's something that's one of the most closest things to your essence and being and origination in this world. Nothing else is that close.
Yeah.
Nothing else can affect you like how that can affect you.
That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? So
Yeah.
that level of pain can be like more earth shattering, more groundbreaking pain to really get to, at least in my opinion, for me.
yeah, I think the only pain closer to that is stubbing your pinky toe on a corner of something.
God damn it. That
That's
pain
the
ain't
worst.
Or hit your shin on something
You know
too,
what I'm
man.
Man, hit your funny bone and it won't funny. That's the worst.
So, like, do you think men need to be challenged and challenged, like, in order to propel and progress and push themselves forward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
But before I answer that question, I want to answer the previous question.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I don't think pain stops me. I think it slows me down and puts me in a state of rest.
Yeah.
Where I have to become more introspective and reflective on why and how, like not just why, but why, how, who, what, when, where, and just being able to answer those questions that brought the pain on in the first place. I'm like, okay. And so it'll slow my progress of like what I'm doing or where I'm going, but it doesn't stop me.
Right.
Because it's like now it's like, all right, I got to really think about this so I don't have to repeat the pain.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially if it doesn't have to be repeated.
Facts.
Because if I think you were saying Syncear was just like, pain is like a lesson. And so if you're constantly going through the same pain over and over and over, that means there's a lesson that you're not learning. And so I don't want to have to keep repeating that lesson, because now is deterring me from where I'm seeking to go and seeking what I'm seeking to do.
Yeah.
And so by taking some time out to think about it, reflect, put myself in a state of rest, then I can be like, okay, let me be more discerning. Let me be more intentional, so I don't have to go through this again, and I can move on to the next phase.
Totally agreed. Yeah. 'Cause it's not stopping you. You know what I'm saying? It's not, pain is not going to stop us, but it is going to make us something that this is telling me again that I need to figure out. I need to be able to read. I need to become literate on what this pain, because pain is a language.
Yeah.
It's like, am I literate in the language of pain and what it's communicating to me right now?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like, do men need to be challenged, and why do men need to be challenged? Because like, I know you mentioned like pain as being a challenge. Yeah, do we need to be challenged in order to propel forward? And if so, why? Or why not?
I would say yes, because pain can be like a puzzle or a maze. And like me personally, I like puzzles and I like mazes, because it's using a side of my brain that I don't get to use a lot, because the life that I've built for myself, like a lot of things are on autopilot. So it's like I don't have to constantly do things over and over and over, because it's like I built systems in place to where I just push a button, that happens. I flip a switch, that happens. I say these phrases, that happens. And so, I built my life in that sense. So when like something abstract comes about, and I'm just like, this is different. All right, let me go ahead and go, let me go my mental toolbox and see how to, resolve this.
Yeah.
And so, I like those types of challenges. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I like that too. Yeah, I think masculine energy, period, needs to be challenged, because challenges is what strengthens, it's what feeds the masculine energy. If the masculine energy has no challenge, it becomes unuseful. It's like muscles. It's a term when your muscles aren't being used and it atrophies. The masculine energy could atrophy, and then it becomes just not functionable at all. You know what I mean? I think that's a lot of times what you see. When you just look at people's health, when sometimes they get older and it's starting to decline, particularly if they don't have a health or exercise regimen, their body is atrophying. So it's making them weaker. But then you might see some other person that as they age, that continues a certain regimen, they are getting just stronger and finer with time. You see what I'm saying? Because of usage. And so challenge, even when you're in the gym hitting them weights, you're challenging the muscle. That's why it's growing. With the muscle acid, this particular term.
Oh, lactic acid.
Lactic acid is going to the muscle and is making it stronger and bigger. So I think masculine energy must be challenged in order for it to grow and develop. If there's no challenge, there is no growth and development.
That's
and that
facts.
involves pain.
Yeah, that's facts. Can you give an example of give a personal example of pain pushing you to a higher calling?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
I could give you one, like, everybody's been through this too, being broke. Be broke.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you get right. If you know what I'm saying? When you broke, it's like, look, you in survival mode, but it's like, yo, once you see a way of income and it's proven to be true, or you running that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's really pushing you to, damn, I really gotta use this $5 and make this shit last 2 weeks. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta use this paycheck to get to the next paycheck. You feel me? Like that financial pain is a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I teach you quick, like, yo, oh nah, I gotta keep a job. I gotta make sure I show up on time. I gotta make sure I'm right and exact in what I do when it comes to this job, because, you know, I got to use this $5 and make this shit last 2 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I teach you quick, like, yo, oh nah, I gotta keep a job. I gotta make sure I show up on time. I gotta make sure I'm right and exact in what I do when it comes to this job, because, no job, no money, I ain't gonna be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's my survival.
Right.
So yeah.
I agree with that one totally. I think again, if you're a black person, you know what I'm saying, and you grew up in America in any major city, at some point you understand the feeling of that.
Yeah. Not having resources. Whew.
Directly and indirectly. I would also say, the pain of, oh man, I just lost it. Damn.
Popcorn, we're gonna come back.
Yeah, it came to me. I lost it.
You got a whole journal, you ain't writing nothing down.
A whole fact.
Damn, man, what do you got to say?
Well, why I'll let you think on that one, and maybe for me saying something, it'll spark you.
Me.
I say the pain of fatherhood, and so when I say the pain of fatherhood, I'm speaking of like when that child is born, and you looking them in their eyes, and you just like, and especially like if you know like you're not in a good financial space or just in a good living space, and you just like, man, how I'm gonna raise this little person into adulthood when I haven't even raised myself into a good space of adulthood.
Damn.
And so like I experienced that with both of my daughters. And I was just like, man, cause like my first daughter was planned, but it was just like a spontaneous plan. It was just like I skipped a day of college one day and I just went crazy. I just went in. So it was planned, but it's just like as things became more real, I was like, oh, I'm not as prepared as I thought.
I was. Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of little things that go into this that I was not aware of. All the doctor's appointments, the different symptoms that a woman is going through, as she's developing. I'm just like, this is it's a little scary.
I ain't calculating none of this.
But it's like, I had to
busting this nut.
yeah, but I had to hit my little LeBron, Selly, and just like, you know what? I got this. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna see what sacrifices that I need to make because there was certain ways and actions about me that were not conducive for family. So I had to like let a lot of like my childish stuff, a lot of street ways. I had to let some of that stuff go in order to step into an area of manhood that was unknown to me. But I wanted that challenge because even like I can remember when I was 16 years old. I was like, I told myself, I was like, I'm going to be the man, I'm going to be the father that I needed when I was growing up. And so like that was something that, I had set within me to do. And so as I'm actually navigating, I'm just like, oh, okay, I got to be present for this. I got to, be mindful how I speak in this way because all the things that I'm doing and saying is actually has an effect on the process, of the creation of this child. And so, yeah, that was one that really put me, that was pain that put me into a higher calling for sure.
I would say, as you was talking, you did jog my mental. I was thinking about health.
That's another one.
Yeah, and health, again, not just physical health, but our strive to be mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, and spiritually healthy. The pain of seeing our people in these conditions, the pain of, our conditions of our families being broken and scattered, the pain of these lack of resources, and the pain of not being in control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those things have pushed me to want to learn more about those particular subject matters and strive to put energy and effort into becoming better and teaching myself and learning because there's nobody that was able to teach me in my immediate environment these things. So my inquisitiveness and curiosity from pain is what I use to alchemize that type of situation. You see an aunt, a mother, a grandfather, somebody that passed from being sick, whether it might have been diabetes or cancer, whatever.
Yeah.
And you typically, you see everybody at the funeral crying and they are distraught. They are hysterical.
Hurt.
But what is the origin of this person now being in this casket? I often wonder who asked that question.
Probably no one.
Most don't think to ask that question.
Not at all.
And that, you know what I'm saying, that pain of not, I don't like to be, the pain of not liking to be in control. Now, I know that can be, at times, not the best thing, but it's a pro and con to everything.
Facts.
It is a pro to being in control. It's a con too, but I want to be in control of my health.
Right.
I don't want nobody else being in control of my health, saying, "Oh, we're gonna make Syncear sick, or we're gonna do this to Syncear and have Syncear emotionally all over here. We know the buttons to push on Syncear to make him move the way we." No.
Yeah. You do not want that.
Can't have that, guy.
Yeah.
So the pain of seeing people suffering is what motivate me to want to learn how to heal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To add to that, my grandmother passed in the same year my firstborn was born. But she passed maybe like 4 months before my daughter was born, so they never got to meet. But I wasn't able to, see her on the hospital bed because I'm working, I got a child on the way, and I'm in college all at the same time.
Busy cipher.
Yeah, and she lived in Massachusetts. So there was no way I could. I had no wiggle room in my schedule to do that. And so when I found out what the diagnosis was, ended up being endometriosis. That also put me on a healing path. I got real heavy into herbal healing, into just navigating these different spaces, and I was just like, because it really affected me in a really deep way, and I was just like, my grandmother passed from this. I have a daughter on the way. I don't want her to go through the same type of issue, and then even then, like, I don't want my mother to go through that. I don't want the mother of my child to go through that. And so I got real heavy into herbal health and like just really dissecting like vitamins and minerals and deficiencies and all these different things. And that put me on that path just because of like what one of my closest relatives had went through. So I agree.
Yeah. And the same thing with emotional health. When you see someone suffering from some type of emotional disposition, whatever it might be, it encourages me to understand how emotions work. Like at the base root of it, like, okay, yeah, on a surface level, it might have been that relationship with grandma. But beyond that layer, you peel that layer of the onion back, no. It was really the energy that grandma transferred from her being into you when she made you that muffin. She got you that toy that something in her saw you looking at that toy. And you didn't necessarily say that you wanted that toy, but she was paying attention to you.
Yeah.
So it was the energy transfer that was what it was, that was the emotional trigger deep down that made that thing lock.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So now I'm like, I want to understand emotions and how they work that way. That was what it was.
Yeah.
So that pain makes you say, how does this work?
True.
Yeah.
True. I think one form of pain too that we all go through as black men, that we definitely have to learn to deal with is stress. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like stress is the cause for disease. It allows the disease to enter into the body. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, unhealthy eating as well, but like the stress on top of it, it allows for a lot of disease. You know what I'm saying? And like I know, like one way I handle stress is going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the morning, just not only feeling that pain, but it's like anything I feel like I'm stressed out about or it's heavy on my mental, I just take it out in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take it out on myself. You know what I'm saying? What are some ways that y'all deal with stress in your everyday lives?
Because you sparked me, and so before I answer that question, because I noticed when it comes to like black men, like when we deal with stress, if we don't deal with it, it becomes trapped in our body. So like you could have stress trapped in your jaw to the point where you don't know how to speak up for yourself. You could have stress trapped in your heart to the point where it's like you don't know how to be vulnerable and emote to express yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you could have, you know, stress just trapped anywhere in your body. So it's like being able to find ways to like really care for yourself in ways that really resonate with you as a man. Cause again, it's all subjective. Like, so like for me, like I like to play video games. Like I'm not online playing them competitively. I just like to play a game that has a good story.
Yeah.
So like I play like Red Dead Redemption, or I play like God of War because it has a good story. And as I'm traversing the story, I'm actually de-stressing myself because like I'm seeing myself within the characters. I'm seeing myself within the dialogue that they speaking and how they interacting with each other. It's all fictional, but within fiction there's elements of truth to it.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could lose yourself in it. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the question? I don't want to not answer it.
How do you deal with stress in your everyday life? That was the second question. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, playing video games. You know, exercise. I like riding my bike. Man, just hopping on that bike, man, and going 8 miles, 16 miles on a bike, and just feeling the breeze. Like I like thrills, but I can't, you know, go to Busch Gardens in Kings Dominion every weekend or every day. So it's like, all right, how can I still get that nice roller coaster feel of a thrill, you know, but not that. So it's like, you know, riding my bike, or, you know, like we even like going skating together. So like going, you know, rolling on, you know, roller skating. I ain't sweetness or nothing on them joints. I ain't sweetness on them joints, but you know, I go around.
Yeah.
You know, I can groove while I'm on them things. So yeah, riding my bike, roller skating, playing video games. You know, if I got to bust one of y'all on a chessboard, you know, that's another way to do it too. You know, playing Mario Kart with my children in Mario Party, busting them. They say I'm cheating. I ain't cheating. You just don't got to say it. You're not like me. I'm the king of games. I'm like Yugi Moto out here. But it's nice like that.
Cheating. It's always the go-to when somebody beating you. Cheating.
Right. You cheating. You got more playtime than me.
I'm not cheating. That's funny. For me, to add on to that, God, I would say, for me, getting into my body, definitely, because the God said what he said about stress being trapped in the body. And that shit is so true. Like, thoughts and emotions emit certain vibrations within you. You know, when you think that thought about anything that might be either positive or negative, it's a frequency that is shooting all over your body. And depending upon, like the God was saying, like whatever organ that emotion or thought could be attached to, it's getting trapped in the liver or the kidney. So I do see the signs to that, because I see how my body my neck might get tight in certain, you know, situations. I'm feeling my back. I can feel those things I'm very sensitive to my body sensations. So getting into my body is one of the most beneficial and one of my best friends, actually, when it comes to channeling and getting to the root of whatever is stressing me. That could be in the form of I kind of been experimenting with yoga on and off since like 2011, 2012. Like 2011 when I kind of started like really kind of getting understanding the postures and just, you know, doing them. Yeah. And then I was like, damn, these stretches are amazing. Because I used to play baseball and I was in a band. And so, you know, we would do stretches before we would, you know, do things, but it wasn't those types of intense stretches. Yeah. I was like, yo, this shit is different. And so then that led me into, you know, other exercises like Qigong, where you have these postures, but you're breathing in certain ways you channeling the breath into different places in your body, right, where you got a lot of stress at, right, that you never exercise. So and so what happens is now it's stiff. Because now the stiffness in that part of your body is actually a representation of your stiffness in that emotional place within your being or thinking.
I ain't never thought about it. I ain't never thought about it like that.
That's exactly what it is. So, you know, Qigong and learning breathing techniques, those are things that are helping me currently to channel stress mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Yeah. That's nice.
Got to be able to sit Indian style.
Yeah,
like, you know, I can't do
for
that.
An example, that if you like sitting Indian style, if your hips are tight, that means your lower back is tight, your hips tight, and your legs are tight. So you have something going on in your midsection area. You're inflexible in somewhere in you, not just physically, but you're also inflexible emotionally somewhere.
Right.
And so it's just a mirror that this thing is, this avatar we have.
As within, so without.
So it's like where you stressing physically can also resemble where you stressing in life mentally as well.
Right.
I never made that correlation. Like, you know, now I see why you stress the importance of actually meditation and stretching, born sincere. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know that's your alleyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you like to do. You feel me? What are some techniques that you do to, you know, like let's say you are feeling pain in a certain area. How do you combat that through your meditation and through, you know, your qigong?
Typically, like my body usually feels a lot of tension in the shoulders and in the neck. And then I also feel sometimes a lot of tension at times in the upper back. Those are usually, so I know when I'm feeling that, what's happening is I'm probably moving too fast or I'm moving too much. I'm too busy. You know, I'm going here, just got off this call and then I'm on that call and then I'm about to do this and I'm about to do that. So I recognize the level of busyness that that becomes unhealthy for me when I'm not able to deal with a degree of stillness. So when that's happening, that's saying, hey man, you're moving a little too much. You need to kind of sit down and give yourself some attention. That's what the shoulders are saying. Okay. Or you're doing too much thinking. You're thinking about something too much. Your mind is too active. And so if my mind is thinking about this thing that keep bothering me, naturally my shoulders is starting to do, every time I think about it, my shoulders is tense and I can feel in the neck. You know what I'm saying? Plus a fucked up posture. I'm sleeping you know what I'm saying? So all these things, they come a compound effect. And so now I'm saying, yo, God, I'm not going to do that. Or now I got to put up boundaries with people. You know, I'm not going to do that, God, or I'm not putting that on my plate, God, or I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it looks like. It looks like me starting to set up boundaries so that I can make sure that this is together. Because if this ain't together, I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
I mean, you got to have stuff together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's how I do it, God.
Yeah, but you know, like with society moving so fast, sometimes we don't have the time to think about self because thinking about self becomes like a burden in a sense. Where it's just like, man, like I done took this time out to take a nap, but you wake up from the nap and you feel guilty
that you took a nap.
That you took a nap. like but I'm really tired. So like now I done woke up, I look at the time, it's 3:30. Dang, like I done slept pretty much my whole day away. I could have went did this, I could have made this play, I could have made this move. You know, I could have, went to the grocery store to get groceries and all that stuff. But it's just like sometimes like you actually need rest. But with so much stimulation in this society, we can feel guilty for taking a nap or getting the rest that we need. So
that's what I was gonna ask too. Like, what are some pains or stresses that we go through being black men in America? Like that we don't put on ourselves. It's like external pain or external stresses that come to us.
He really just killed it with the joint he just said. I mean, with that guilt, because think about that, God.
Yeah.
You feel, because we're in like you said, a busy culture, so it's just hustle and bustle. I gotta get to it, you know what I mean? Let's get it, you know what I mean? Let's get it. You always hear anybody that's hype, let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it. That's the phrase. Let's get what? Let's get what? Let's get this health. You don't hear nobody saying that. And so, but I understand, see, that's a byproduct of one, us operating independently. 2, us being in capitalism. Now, we can't necessarily be like in one day, we ain't gonna do capitalism. So we know we can't control that.
Yeah.
But we know that we can control, okay, well, how much do I want to give myself to capitalism? And that's a very intricate struggle there, so to speak. Because it has a psychological and emotional effect. Because currency, money, has a psychosocial, emotional effect. You ain't got that bread, you feeling some type of way.
Oh, for sure.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now it's in the body.
Yep.
And so that is one thing that I think that we really deal with.
Another one I think that we deal with in America is the stressor of wanting to just be yourself. I think it's always a lot of influences that can get you away from being yourself that are tied to capitalism.
Facts.
Because
Definitely.
advertising and messages, they have a message in it to get you to do something. But that message or that frequency that it's sending, is it getting you to be you, or is it getting you to be someone else?
Right. Like,
Facts.
and I think one of the biggest ones that like really hits us like when we're adolescents is fashion. I think that's one of the biggest ones is fashion.
Especially going to public school.
Yeah, especially going to a public school. Like I was in the Norfolk public schools. You know, you was what in
Henrico public school.
You know, then you was.
Fredericksburg.
So it was like we all got hit with like, oh man, why you wearing that? Oh man, this dude lame. He don't got no Jordans. He don't got no Air Forces. No,
Man,
you know what I mean? Like this dude, he whack.
Your value is placed upon your fashion level.
Right. You know, like me, I got my little goofy sweater on, Star Wars. I'm nerded out and stuff like that. Somebody see it like, man, take that shit off, man. Who you think you are? Like I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like being, a blurred. That's the term, black nerd. I like that shit.
Never heard that one before. I like that.
I never heard that one. That was a blur. Yeah.
So, like, I like that, but it's just like you like growing up in public school when we was growing up, you couldn't be that.
Yo.
You could not be that. Like if you was not into basketball, football, if you wasn't into what everyone else was into, you was socially outcast.
Yeah.
And as a boy growing up, that's painful. Being socially outcasted among your peers when it's like, dang man, like I'm trying to kick it with y'all. I got some funny stuff, some jokes. I think y'all have laughed to.
Yeah.
In my back pocket.
Yeah, but all because I don't got no Jordans on, because I don't got no Forces, no Barclays, whatever the shoe. If I'm not wearing, to the point where we even had a jean check.
Yeah,
Y'all ever
fact.
get jean checked? Man, that was the worst. If you ain't have on the true religions, the Levi's or your Black Label, whatever it was, man, jean check, I'm about to go ahead and go the other way.
Yeah.
I'm slacking. I got the Wranglers on
Yeah.
from Walmart.
That's all
I'm
I'm
about to hit
walking
me with it.
Yeah.
So like that's one of the most painful things is and again, that's all capitalism and consumerism to the point that you have to try to keep up an image that's not really authentic to who you are.
Right.
Facts.
That's
Like
the biggest one.
I wanted to. It was like that's why I want to tour the world and like experience different cultures, because like I was watching the World Cup, and speaking of fashion, like I think it was either Qatar or Saudi Arabia, one of them countries over in the Middle East. They all had the same. They dressed the same. You know what I'm saying? Like if you looked at their crowd, they was versing somebody. You seen who they were versing. Everybody had on regular clothes, but them they all had on one garb. You know what I'm saying? The head garb, and then they had the robe on, all white. Yeah. And I'm like, damn. I wonder how that culture experiences things, because it's no fashion at that point. Everybody, I look at everybody. Everybody's dressed the same. So now, like, you really got to go for your mental and what you know, and really your wise ways, words, and actions have to show, because what you got on is the same. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all are uniform. You feel me? So like I want to experience cultures like that, because they don't have to go through that pain that we went through with the fashion. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to get clowned in middle school, because like when you ain't got no money to buy what you want to buy, and especially like I stayed in my mom's household. Oh man, my mom had me a straight South Pole, bro. Like I was getting cooked, bro. Like so it's like when I did get a little bit of money, I was like, I gotta get fly. Like I gotta get fly. Phone posits, Jordans, all that. You know what I'm saying? But like in hindsight, it's like, damn, really, I ain't need all that shit. If I had to because I could have stacked my bread, kind of had like one or two. Of course, I could get a little fly, but like as you get older, you realize, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a pain that it's just like, damn, we ain't even had to go through that. You feel me? Like if we ain't had to go through that, that would further us and help us further develop as a people. You know, like. It's crazy, bro. Like that. Even the pains of like just not knowing how people feel about you being black. Like even in the workplace, you might see a white person. I mean, of course, your black brothers, they black, so you know what I'm saying. They gonna feel how you feel, but it's just like I look at certain white people in the workplace, and I'm like, man, yeah, we work together, but I don't know how you really truly feel about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you truly feel? Like, cause
Right.
you know, like behind closed doors, you know, that's where the real shit comes out. But we at work, you're not gonna bring that out here. You feel me? Like the pressures of being black, like, or like even when I'm at a job, like, yo, how black can I be to a degree? Like, how much blackness can I show before it's like, oh no, that's too black. Get his ass out of here. Like,
yeah,
you
so
feel me?
it's like you gotta learn these languages. You gotta code switch. Like I'm going, all right, interview process. All right, put on my best. You know, suited up, things like that. But then it's like once you get that, and then I know for me, like when I get to a different job, whatever, I'm looking like, all right, where are all the brothers at?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like where I can be I know I can be myself and have these conversations. You know, without the stigmas and all these different things. Cause like I even see it because I'm one of the seniors at my job.
Yeah.
And so like anytime, you know, a new black dude gets hired in, for whatever reason, my name just rings bells around the office. And so like I guess my name be in like all the emails and stuff. And so when they finally meet me, they're like, so you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. It was like, oh, I heard about you. And they're like, so what's it like around here? And I just feel like, all right, let me go ahead and kick it to you.
What's it like around here?
No facts.
Yeah. It's like I'd be like, look, if you got there and do this, you solid. But if you stray away from, you know, this lane,
Start getting into red territory.
yeah, you setting yourself up. So it's like I like to fly under the radar. If I gotta pop my head out, you know, for a little bit, hey, I'm still here. I'm like, all right, cool, and I'm back flying under the radar again. But yeah, man, it was like we have to. That's another survival tactic.
It is
Being able to code switch, because if you can't, then it's just like you're kind of stunted in your maneuverability.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that I really, you know, it's one of those things that I know is a reality where, but I always, I don't know, I'm not really combative, so to speak, but I do recognize the warrior spirit in the sense of combating other people's norms or other people's idea for society. Like
Or
it's
the
somebody
status quo.
else's idea for society for that to be. And that really bothers me because it stunts your maneuverability to be able to be yourself. Because yourself was not made to fit in somebody's, you know, so you can operate in capitalism. So, you know, you got to put the suit on and got to be clean cut now. You know, you got to say these types of things and move this way. That shit is bullshit, bro. Because that's
facts.
somebody, and the more we do that, it's like that's somebody else's reality that we keep feeding energy into. That really bothers me down to my soul a lot of times. And I know we go through sometimes our things when it come to different normalities, so to speak. And sometimes I'm looking at boy Syncear like, yo, God, it's the science. Because that's what's going on inside of me. I don't feel like I should be following necessarily someone else's idea for me. And I can clearly see that it's present here. Where sometimes I don't think other people are able to see it because they've been so, that's the norm to them.
Yeah,
and they don't question it as much. Where, and I get that, you know, it's don't get me wrong, it's a balance, but it's like, bro, if anything, we set the stage and tone.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He put that out before. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Or it could be on the flip side too. Or it's like that man could have challenged the paradigm, and it's like when he did challenge
He
it,
got cooked.
Yeah, he got cooked. He got
crucified, hung,
crucified, legs
shot.
legs cut from under him, all
know
types
what
of
I'm
stuff. And
saying?
just like, you know what?
Castrated.
Now he just like, you know what? I ain't about to do that again.
Yeah.
I get it.
And
Like
then
now,
everybody else seeing them
I
like,
get
I'm
it.
not doing that shit either.
And that's a part of the mind control,
yeah,
right?
and that's, you know, like we take it back to like, you know, days of like slavery, like that's called buck breaking.
Right.
You know, take the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, break him, you break the rest of them.
All right.
Yeah. And that's crazy too, cause like I was just about to say that too. Like, so like with slavery, like, right, it's like, you know, when you get that new job and you like they showing you around to all the new people. I mean, they show you around to all the people that work there.
Yeah.
It's like when you see another black brother and they give you that nod, it's like the Underground Railroad. Cause it's like, bro, it's like, as soon as they give you that head nod, it's like, oh yeah, I know. As soon as they give you the head nod, I know I could go to him and chop it up with him. I'm gonna come back to him. Right. And it's like, as soon as you meet everybody, you go to do, what's up? Hey, as soon as you dap them up, what's up? Hey, what's the norms around here? How we navigate? It's like an Underground Railroad for you. You feel me? At the job. You feel me? It's like they guiding you along, like, yeah, brother, make it right here. Don't do this. Vending machines in the back. Right. You good to go, man.
Then it's another dude in the hallway, not too far, doing the same thing.
You feel me?
That's another dude. So it's like this.
It's all cold.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
like you seen that one Key and Peele joint where the president was handshaking all the people. Then when you see the brothers, he dapped them up. Yeah, that's exactly how it be feeling too, bro. It just be like, oh yeah, brother, what's up, brother? And then you see the white dude, you be like, how you doing?
Right, you gotta assess it first. You be like, we coming in here. We coming in here.
Right.
Which one we doing? Oh, you coming like? Oh,
yeah,
bet.
Yeah.
All right, bet, bring it in.
Yeah,
you know, you one of the abolitionists.
Right.
Facts.
Can deal with him.
You one of us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You're not like them.
Yeah. That joint is a struggle, boy.
Yeah, it's crazy how like societal norms get created like that, especially for us as like black men, how we have to navigate that and doing that code switching. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's man, I know you hate that shit. Like you hate code switching. I don't even think you do. You be code switching? I don't think you be code switching like that. I mean,
it depends on the situation. And don't get me wrong. It definitely have to, they have to go through a lot. I got to go through a lot. You know what I mean, to get myself together if I am going to code switch. But it's like like for an example, like if you see anybody of history that was an innovator or a pioneer, somebody that created something that was just like for an example, and I'm just using, Mike Jackson. Mike, my man.
That's your man's.
Yeah.
But it's like, so I was watching this Michael Jackson joint. It was the Michael Jackson Thriller 40th anniversary documentary. Mm-hmm. And one of the dudes that was talking, he was like, Michael Jackson, when he came, like when they did the Motown 25th joint, when he first performed Billie Jean, he was like, when he first did the moonwalk, he was like, man, he got on stage, he was different. His brothers went away. It was like he had his own moves this time. He wasn't doing the regular move. He had different moves.
Yeah.
And so you got to think like the level of course he's Michael Jackson studied other individuals, but he packaged it in a different way where it was just like unseen and it blew you away at that time.
Yeah, like he had his own style.
His own styles. Even to this day, it's certain moves that you see where a kid that was just born yesterday will eventually know who Michael Jackson is.
Oh, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? Because it was innovation. It wasn't doing things the same way.
Yeah.
Same thing like another Miles Davis. Anybody that studied jazz.
That's your man.
That's my man.
That's your man.
Miles Davis had a career from the 30s or the 40s all the way up until 1991. You know how many times this man had to innovate and change and move and to stay, you know what I mean?
And navigate through them same societal norms at the same time. Yeah.
And to be the head of that it's innovation where it's a balance, I think, between that but also creating stuff that has never been seen before. I like that part of the situation because I also ultimately know people conform to, once you as the innovator create it, the people really don't know what they want.
Facts.
They know what they want once they see you do it.
Facts.
That's what I know about. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? That is true.
Yeah.
Then that becomes the norm. That's how it works. So we got to look at who's setting it. And if they ain't setting it in our best interest,
And I think that pain and societal norms brings about a creativity amongst us as black men. You know what I'm saying? To where we can get creative. Like, all right, damn, I got to dress up for work? All right, cool. Well, I'm going to do this style right here. It's still dressing up, but it's still me. You know what I'm saying? Or, damn, we got to navigate this way. Well, we're going to navigate this way, but I'm not going to change myself when I communicate this way or talk to certain somebody. I'm going to still be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like being a 5%er in the workplace. Like I said, I went through that when I was working in my past job, and they were like, we went out to eat, and I was like, yeah, I don't do pork. The first question, yo, you Muslim?
Yep. Every time.
Nah, I was like, yo, I always hit them, yo, what do a pig eat? Anything. All right, what you eating? Boom, you feel me? Like, but I just
squashed.
Yeah, you feel me? Squashed it right there. But it's like, being a light and actually just teaching the truth in that space. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn these nuances and these things. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't just come out on the job, yo, the black man is God. Niggas is going to look at you like, yo, get this nigga about it. You know what I'm saying?
He one of them.
Yeah, you feel me? But it's ways to teach you without directly saying it. It's just like we was talking about in the last episode, you know what I'm saying? How you say things, you know? Like being that swift and changeable but forever remainable with your wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Being wise in it, man. Like that's what brings out our creativity sometimes too, you know? But yeah, man, just
killing it.
As a black man experiencing pain, like, do you think, like, when we speak up about this pain, it gets neglected or it gets negated or put down?
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I don't think it's done because, like, it's conscious.
It's a collective unconscious.
Yeah, a collective unconscious. And because it's like, when us as black men, once we start to express our pain, a lot of people don't know they don't know what to do with it. Because it's just like, oh, I'm not used to a black man speaking real talk, about some stuff that he's actually feeling and what he's going through versus, I'm used to, and when I say, I'm speaking like generally. Like people are used to black men speaking in terms of sports, entertainment,
right,
gossip, fashion, things like that. But like when we start talking about politics, religion, spirituality, our emotions, it's just like I didn't know you have those types of thoughts and feelings. It's like, what do you mean? Like this is all human. This is all human experiences. So it's like, so now you're dehumanizing my thoughts and feelings. You're making me seem alien, foreign to thought and feeling because like I'm actually expressing them. So yeah, our stuff can definitely be neglected, negated, dehumanized because it's like, especially like when we speak it in a form where it's like intelligent and not, all hyper masculine, aggressive, combative, in a sense of like fighting. Yeah. It's just like, nah, like I know how to speak intelligently. Like I know how to hold a conversation.
Fucked up.
I know how to be patient. It's almost like they treat you like a nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga's educated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
this nigga can read.
Yeah. Like I'm not that. Like, nah, man. Yeah.
It's like folk be treating us like Bernie Mac character and Don't Be a Menace. You think you tough.
Fucking black ass.
No, for real, man.
And that's really powerful because you was just saying the way that it's treated, like not knowing what to do with it. And I think a lot of that also goes into this world that we live in is fake, where it's training you to not be yourself. That's what social norms, don't get me wrong, social norms, customs, they have their place as it pertains to keeping order amongst masses. Right. Because each person is such a unique puzzle piece. You just can't have everybody just doing, you know what I mean? What they want to do. That's total chaos. Right. So for orderly purposes, I understand the cipher of having rules, customs, etc. At the same time now, within those boundaries, we must also always strive to be ourselves within those confines. Like we was talking about masculine and feminine, where the masculine provides the boundaries and the lines and the filling in the color with the feminine energy. Yeah. The feminine energy in this sense is everyone being themselves within the masculine lines, which is the customs and the traditions. And with that, I think not knowing what to do with black males' pain or black males' true, honest human experience perspective, that's a hard pill to swallow because now it forces us to take off the fake mask. It forces us to cut the fucking small talk and let's get to the real shit.
Yeah, let's get to the root.
Yeah, let's get to the root. Yeah. And that's why I think small talk has its place. But who are you really?
Yeah.
Who am I really?
Yeah, when we take off the veil, we peel back the curtain.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Small talk, man. Because small talk is, you could be a very sneaky, conniving. You might be a really good actor.
Yeah, facts.
That's why I be with the acting. You know what I mean? That's why I like the art of acting, because I understand that joint is a real skill to chameleonize yourself into this and to that. Like, is that you really though? Let's get to that. Because this is what we really thinking as a black male. Like, this is what I'm really thinking. I don't want to necessarily sugarcoat that too much, because now it takes the authenticity off of it. Right. And now you're not really feeling what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't see it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. People aren't really ready for that, so to speak. But with this platform we're providing, it is helping that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A safe space for men to be authentically themselves.
Yeah, the mental man cave, man. And I say to, wrap this up, just to conclude, for any men out there, that's watching the podcast, what is some advice that you want to leave them with to handle stress or to handle the pains that we go through just as men?
Man, keep your house clean and take a nap. Keep your life as organized as you can. Remove a lot of the clutter and chaos. Like again, like you can have your chaos, like you're like what to do with that stuff. But it's like overall, like keep a clean home and take a nap. Get you some rest, man. Don't feel guilty about being tired, being overwhelmed, being stressed, being burnt out. Man, take your nap. Drink you some blueberry hibiscus tea, some ginseng, some chamomile, and snooze. Take a 3-hour joint, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree with that, guys. Great advice. I would add on to that is listen to your body and spend time alone. Have a portion in your day or days where you can spend time alone and really listen to you, listen to your being, and listen to your body, and so that you can understand what your body may be striving to tell you throughout all of the noise.
I agree.
I would say, and this is far-fetched, but I would say talk to yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have conversations with themselves and don't actually speak to themselves to either get themselves motivated or, you know what I'm saying, just that sometimes you got to talk shit out, you know what I'm saying, out your mind. Like, might not be talking to nobody, but I just got to get it out there just so I could get it out there, you feel what I'm saying? And, like, it's crazy to, like, I always tell people, you're crazy if you don't talk to yourself, you feel me? With all this going on in the world, especially being a man in this world, it's like, I got to talk to myself. I got to wake up, look in the mirror, and say those words of affirmation, you feel me? I got to make sure, okay, I got paid, but make sure all the bills is divvied up. So I'm going to have to speak out my budget. I'm going to have to speak out my ideas, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Talk to yourself, you know?
And that just sparked me to say, with another joint, just like, do a quarterly audit on your finances, your spending, because, again, that could be an energy leak within yourself, because you just spending money frivolously and you don't got no type of order to what you got going on. Because again, like we live in a capitalist society that constantly feeds us to be consumers. So it's like at times you need to like just take account, and that's all accounting is. That's all accountability is to look at your finances. Where's your money going? Is your dollars working for you? Are they working in your best benefit for the long term, especially if you're a father or a husband and you have a family to take care of? So do a quarterly audit on your finances. If not quarterly, biannually.
Facts, man. So man, to wrap it up, I'm Alon Victorious.
I'm True Universal.
I'm Syncear.
And this is
When the Gods Build.
Peace. Y'all. Peace.